Hello there everyone, Ashnflash here. I hope that you've been enjoying the comparison videos that I've been putting out recently. They seem to be doing pretty well. Today we're going to be looking at every single LEGO Thor figure released to date. And I'm fortunate enough to have every single one that's been released, which means that there isn't any Comic-Con or Toy Fair exclusives, which is really great. I actually thought that there was a lot more Thor figures, but when I was pulling them all out to put them together for this, I was surprised that there really isn't too many of them. I figured that we'd start off with the figures from the MCU and then work our way towards the comic book and TV show versions that we got, kind of like what we did with the Iron Man figures in the other video. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at all of the Thor figures. Alright, so I figured that we'd start things off with the first ever Thor figure that we have ever gotten, and this is actually from the Avengers line of sets. Very simplistic printing, like look at that torso, but it's pretty good for its time, I'd say. I remember seeing this and just being so excited that we were getting a Thor figure, and now we got so many more, and it's crazy to look back and think back to 2012 when the line first came out. He comes with his hammer, and if YouTube has taught me anything, I'm not even gonna attempt to pronounce Thor's hammer's name because there's going to be someone complaining, so we're just going to say Thor's hammer for all of them. Anyways, he has the classic red cape there, and this is an exclusive face print for that Thor. It actually only came in the Avengers line of sets, and if you take his hairpiece off, you could see that it's just kind of like a normal kind of angry expression, I'd say, and then he's got this really angry expression of him fighting. And taking a look at his back, he has some printing there as well. Again, very simple, but for its time, it was insane. Like, Thor figure, who ever would have thought it? But I don't like the hairpiece. This is the Dastan hairpiece from the Prince of Persia wave of sets, and in light blonde or light yellow, it doesn't work for me, I'd say. Dark tan I think would be best, and maybe the medium nougat, but for sure dark tan, I'd say. His next appearance was in the Avengers Age of Ultron sets in terms of the MCU versions. Again, he's using the same hammer piece and hair piece. Not a fan, but I do like what they did with his face. He's got a bit of a smirk this time around. It's the exact same sort of face print like Tony Stark had for his Iron Man 3 wave of sets, but then they gave him another expression on the back. So him being angry again, but it is a different face print. It would have been cool if we had one of him actually smiling, I would say, but we gotta work with what we've got, right? He has a new printing on his torso, and his arms are in gunmetal gray this time. Definitely an upgrade and step up from the previous Thor. He's using the new felt capes that was introduced with the Age of Ultron line of sets, and if you flip it up, you've got some more awesome back printing there. Again, just a step up from the original, I think. And while I'm not really a fan of the fabric capes, these definitely hold up in terms of not wrinkling, not tearing or anything like that. So this is from 2015, and I think it's still really good quality. Again, my only problem with these capes is the neck. It just looks so thick there, and it's really weird to me. Unfortunately, no leg printing for either of these Thors, and a lot of the Thors actually don't have leg printing, so that is a bit of a shame. Here we have Thor from Thor Ragnarok. This is actually a really cool looking figure. His accessories is 2 katana pieces and this cool shoulder neck attachment. It allows you to slip the katanas onto the back, which I think is a really cool inclusion. He also has this awesome helmet printing. He also has this awesome helmet mold that they made for the Thor Ragnarok movie, which is really cool as well. He comes with the spiky hair in medium nougat, which you'll see in a bit, and this is just the back head printing for him. Again, it looks really awesome with the lightning eyes, and just definitely a step up, I would say, from the previous Thors. His torso print is actually exclusive here, as well as the one leg printing on the left. That's because it's different than the other Thor Ragnarok figure that you get. He also has some awesome arm printing there. Taking off the shoulder neck attachment, you could see the printing there in all of its glory. And looking at the back, just some back printing. I think that this is the same as the next figure that we'll be looking at, so nothing exclusive for the back print, but this is a cool variant, I think, for Thor with the red printing on it there. And here is Thor without the printing on the torso, so it looks really clean and awesome. Again, same arm printing, and like I said before, just the same back printing. I really like this cape piece, kind of like a half cape, I don't really know. This is the same headpiece, and as well as the same helmet, and if you look, the leg there doesn't have the blue strap, which is really interesting to me. The accessories that this Thor came with were the Power Blast pieces in trans light blue. Here is Thor from Avengers Infinity War, and this is in one of the cheapest sets of the wave. He comes with his new axe, which is called Stormbreaker, and made by Groot. And this is definitely an interesting build. I've never really talked about this before, but I don't know how well this part looks. It just looks really chunky, and I don't know. It doesn't really feel like Stormbreaker to me. I really like the torso printing there. It's awesome to see those parts like lit up by lightning. It looks really cool. Unfortunately, no leg printing, but the back printing is pretty cool as well. And if you continue to look at him, you'll notice that this is him with the spiky hair in medium nougat. The face print is the same from Ragnarok, so there's no point of looking at that. Moving ahead, we've got the exact same Thor from Infinity War with the same headpiece, hairpiece, and accessory with Stormbreaker there. And this is him in the Quantum Realm suit from Avengers Endgame. And it's just a shame to me that with the Infinity War sets and the Avengers Endgame sets, we never got him in his red cape and his outfit from the end of Infinity War. That would have been really cool to get. It's a shame that we haven't gotten it. Hopefully sometime down the line, maybe if they decide to make some more Endgame sets, they'll make a more accurate Thor. Moving on to the comic book versions of Thor, and I guess the TV show versions. This is actually him from the Avengers Assemble first wave of sets, and this is really awesome. When I saw this, I was so excited for the figure, and I still am. I think that it looks really cool. Would have been nice if he had some arm printing and leg printing, but I guess you gotta work with what we've got here. But yeah, it's cool to get him in this form. If you take his hair off and turn him around, you see that he has this screaming expression, which I just think fits Thor really well. Him summoning lightning or whatever, it looks really awesome. He also has some really cool back printing. Again, this is from a cartoon show, so it's fitting that he doesn't have too much detail on the torso or anything like that, but really fitting. And I think that the hairpiece here works well because of it being based from the show and having it bright colors like that. And of course he comes with his hammer. Would have been nice if we got his classic helmet, not the one like from Ragnarok, but more of the classic Asgardian helmet, but maybe someday down the line we'll get one, who knows. And here is the Mighty Micros version of Thor, and this is definitely an interesting figure. Again, with all the Mighty Micros, they're a little wacky, a little goofy. The face expression is really interesting. No back head printing or anything like that. If you lift up the cape, you can see that there is some gold printing on there. Again, this is very basic and simplistic like all the other Mighty Micros. There's not really a lot of detail going on there on the torso besides the circles and armor print, I guess. Even his Thor belt is very simplistic, which is interesting. But that's it for all the figures. Well, there you have it, everyone. That is all of the Thor figures that LEGO has ever made to date, and I'm very happy with them all. I think that overall they're pretty good. I don't think they're up to the same quality as the Iron Man figures or even some of the Captain America figures. And I was surprised by how little we actually have. So hopefully we get more Thor figures in the future, and I'm hoping that we might get that Infinity War one sometime in the future as well. But personally, my favorite is probably the Age of Ultron one because I love the detailing on that. And I just think that it looks the most like Thor with the face and with the printing. It just looks really awesome. But anyways, everyone, what is your favorite figure? Let me know down below in the comments. And also, let me know down below who you want to see me compare next. Do you want to see me compare Hawkeye, Black Widow, or Hulk, or maybe some other MCU villains? because Thor was the most liked and most commented in the comment section on my last video. So be sure to let me know down below what you want to see me do next, or even a Hulkbuster comparison video or Quinjet. Let me know down below in the comments. I hope that you enjoyed the video and that you all have a great day, and I will see you all in the next one.